This team works really hard all practice long. I don't think there's many times we have an off day. I think regardless of what happens in the building or maybe before we came to practice, everyone learns how to put that behind them once they come on the field. And once we run out with our helmet on, it's a completely different ball game. It's all work, no play.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, is there any particular players or younger guys even that have stood out to you so far that are poised to have a big year?
Yeah, we have some younger guys here ready to have a big year, maybe on the varsity level, but throughout the whole program, JV on up, I think it's amazing how quick some of our freshmen and even first-year players are learning how to do Heritage football. So I think there might be a few freshmen and sophomores, more sophomores than freshmen, who will be contributing on a varsity level, but just the whole team as a whole, we've seen a lot of great improvement over the year.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about what are the keys to ultimately having a successful season this year, and what do you guys feel like you have to hammer on to be able to call this season a success?
We got to win, but more importantly, we just got to play hard. If we play hard every game, I don't think there's many games that we'll lose. We just got to fight all the way through and know that no matter what we're doing, we prepared as much as we can, seen as much film as we can, and learned enough about the other team as much as we could to prepare ourselves to win. And if we do that, we have a good shot to be very good this year. But it's all about preparation. If we don't prepare the right way, there's no victory on the field.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, is there a particular part of your guys' game that you're really excited to see this year, whether it be defense, offense, special teams, like any particular area that you're excited for this year?
I'm excited to see our defense play a lot this year. I'm not sure how many reps I'll be getting on defense, but I know every time that defense is on the field, it will be pretty good, pretty fun to watch. You got a lot of people who will be pretty exciting players to see, so definitely our defense. And then as an offensive lineman, I'm really excited for our run game, getting to hit some people, kind of bruise it a little. So that's pretty fun to look forward to.
Absolutely, man. And then just kind of talk about, how has it been like with coaching this year, and what has Coach been doing for you guys, and what's the chemistry like between the team and the coaches?
We've had a few new coaches this year, so kind of seeing how they came into our program, which is pretty well established, and kind of how they helped maybe not change things, but help us get better. We have a new special teams coordinator, Coach Vance, and then we have a new defensive coordinator, Coach Wasilic. So seeing them come in and to kind of establish the way they want to run our system, run Heritage football their way, has been really interesting to see. And I think it's going to help us get a lot better this year.
Absolutely. 1 second here. I got a little friend here that's trying to hang out with me. Get away. And then I've just got only one more question for you here. I know it's a team sport, and obviously, it requires everybody doing their job, but what goals and what are you hoping to accomplish this season individually?
I haven't really thought about maybe my individual accomplishments yet, but I think as an O-lineman, we all have our certain quota for pancakes or stuff like that. So maybe getting so many pancakes blocks this year, or maybe just making sure whenever I do my job on the field, it's doing it the best of my ability to help our offense succeed.
Absolutely. And then anything else you'd like to add about the team before we're done here, man?
I think that's perfect.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Have a good day.
Good luck to you guys this year.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We've been working hard. That's what the main focus is everybody's working hard and getting after it, even in the heat of the day. But I think mostly guys have been really improving in technique and skill, and it's just good to see everybody coming together.
Would you say that hard work and just constantly doing your job is the thing that Coach has been trying to hammer into you guys coming into this season?
Oh, for sure. Definitely coming up against Belmont, each guy needs to do their job to get the game finished, and if everybody does their job, I think we'll be all right.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, is there any particular players, whether they be younger guys or some of the older guys, that have just stood out to you so far and you think are poised to have a great year for Heritage?
We got some young running backs and some young D linemen that have really stood out and have definitely made a statement here at our program. So hopefully they can continue to do that.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, what do you think that the ultimate keys to success for this season is, and what do you think you guys really need to hammer on going forward to be able to call the end of this year a great, successful year?
Keep working hard and stay focused. Don't get distracted by the little things, and just hammer down even when the times are tough.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, obviously it's a team sport, and it requires everybody doing their job and being able to commit. But just kind of talk about more on an individual level. What do you think you need to do? What are some goals you have to be able to help contribute and produce for this team?
Well, as a teammate, I need to motivate my guys and bring them up, not push them down. And I feel like that's a big key to getting through a long season is bringing guys up when they're feeling down and helping them out on the field and in the classroom. So I feel like that's a big key.
Absolutely. And then all I got left for you is, what would you say the confidence level is like going into this season? And are you feeling confident? Is the team feeling confident and ready to go?
Well, I know the guys are ready to go. We're all ready to go. I feel like we're feeling pretty confident, especially going into this week 1, and hopefully we can keep the train rolling throughout the season.
Absolutely. And then anything else you'd like to add about the team or this upcoming season before we're done here, man?
I just like to reinstate we got a lot of guys working hard, and that's the main goal.
A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to what we're trying to do. Commitment's been great all summer. Our boys are busy. A lot of multi-sport athletes, so baseball tournaments and basketball tournaments and what we're doing with football. But commitment to the weight room was strong. Not to mention FFA and 4-H and the other things that our boys are involved with. But we're very pleased with where we are right now.
Absolutely. And what was coming into this season, what have you been trying to hammer most into this team, and what are you trying to make sure that you get across coming in and being able to have a successful season?
Successful season, I would say more successful life, and that is that the baseline factor is hard work. I don't care who you are, what endeavor you're in. I don't care if you're a football player, football coach, a news reporter, cameraman, it doesn't matter. You either put in the time or you don't. And you're going to get the results that you deserve, period. Every now and then people get lucky, but that's the outlier, So hard work is hard work, and you do it because it's the right thing to do. And then every now and then you get some good results because of it, but don't expect anything. Just get up and work hard, and those things then will come to you as a result. So get things flipped, get the outcome out of your mind, and just get up and work.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, has there been any particular players, whether they be younger guys or even some of the older guys, that are just standing out to you so far and I think are poised to have a good year?
Well, we put a lot of emphasis on all of our seniors, whether they're a first-year senior or a four-year senior. Now, obviously, anybody can be a leader, regardless of talent. But our seniors, so our captains, Rylan Whitaker and Joe Dodane are two-year captains. Jackson Bearman this year. First-year captain, then Preston Fields, who's a junior, who's a captain, and those are the guys we lean heaviest on, and and the rest of the seniors in there that to lead this team. So that's really what stood out as far as ability and talent and those things. That's for you guys to figure out and decide. We just line up and hit.
Absolutely. And just kind of talk about, what do you ultimately want to see at the end? You might have touched on it, obviously, in the other questions, but what do you just want to see by the end of this season and the end of this year? What do you want to see done and accomplished with this team?
I want to see us compete. I want to see us fight. I want to see us play every team the same, whether it's Belmont, Norwell, Woodland, South Adams, Ace, doesn't matter. All of them. Play them all the same. Respect them all. Play them all hard. I mean, that's the very least you can do. Forget about how you feel about how good or bad they may or may not be. Get that out of your mind and just play everybody the same, because any given schedule, any given level, you're going to play some really good teams and probably some really bad teams. Our schedule's probably no different. Who knows? Who cares, right? Just line up and play the same way all the time. And, that's a hard thing to learn for a teenage boy. So that's just what we keep trying to hammer home.
Absolutely. And then would you say overall the confidence is high going into this year from what you've seen? You say that there's a good confidence level heading into this season?
Well, we work a lot on that, the psychological part of the game. And, teenagers doubt themselves naturally. It's part of growing up. And, we want our kids to have confidence. I think there's arrogance and there's cockiness and there's ego, things that'll get you in trouble, right? But confidence is a good thing. It's confident in yourself, confident in the guy beside you and your teammates. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but I think it allows you to play a little more free, allows you to play a little looser, and just gives you a little extra support that you need mentally to be able to play this game, because it's a hard game to play.
Absolutely. And all I got for you is there anything else you'd like to touch on about the team or this upcoming season before we're done here?
No, we just appreciate all the coverage we get from Wayne TV and all the media outlets and all the people that cover high school sports. It's a lot different than it was 30 years ago when I played, and so it's cool. It's good for the boys, good for them to get the exposure and just feel good about what they're doing as a young man.